Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for checking it out. If you're returning, thank you even more for continuing to watch me. I don't know why you do it. Anyways, I'm going to just go through my video game stuff pickup for September. I got a lot of it. It's pretty exciting. Way more than I planned on picking up, but I found some good deals. Got a couple good stories, so I'm just going to show you guys what I picked up. First, not necessarily like a video game, but, you know, we'll call it peripheral stuff. I was just at GameStop this morning. It's my day off. They actually had the 2-pack for the Minecraft amiibo. I know one's called Steve, right? Yeah, Steve and Alex. So, I don't play Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft. I probably never will play Minecraft. But I do love Smash Brothers. And these are two characters in it. I think it's hilarious watching people play. I don't even play them. My son does. I think it's crazy. I don't understand the game. I think it's cool that you can build and create, but like the graphics, man, oh, I can't even watch him play it. Anyways, that was a long rant about a video game to show off two amiibo. I don't collect really amiibo anymore. I just think that it's kind of ridiculous, the aftermarket, and I don't know. It's not something I necessarily enjoy collecting, but when I see them new at the store for retail, I usually pick them up. I don't do it very often, but I found these guys, so I grabbed those. I was at my Barnes & Noble. They had a couple random Persona 3 manga. This is volumes 10 and 11. Not very useful because I only have, I think, volumes 3, 4, and 5. But, slowly build those up. And then the last one is actually a pretty cool art book. I've been following it for a while on eBay, but the prices on these things are just, obviously, they're astronomical. It's, you know, it's a pretty thick book. But it's a Persona 5. And then I actually sent an offer. This one was like kind of slowly decreasing in price. You know, it doesn't get, nobody buys it after 30 days. So they relist it like 5% less than it was. It was already the cheapest one on eBay at the time. And I think I sent an offer for like $30 or $35 and they accepted it right away, which I didn't think they would do. I was expecting a counter offer and then I would like evaluate it, but they just accepted it, which was at that point a really good deal. I think it's amazing because this is just like character art from the game. Like they spend whole pages even on some of the minor characters, the confidants, like just really cool stuff. I love looking through this. I love the arts for Persona 5, obviously. I think anybody that enjoys the game, even people that don't, like, you can really appreciate, you know, a lot of the art that goes into it. Very cool that it just goes through a lot of the characters. I think in the back, if I remember, yeah, like I'll just show you this page too. Sorry, it's kind of falling apart now. But they go through some of the, even like architecture and just a lot of like some of the design stuff that goes, you know, the art that went into the game. So very cool. I've had this sitting here for a while, so obviously I've already gone through it. But yeah, I was super excited to pick that one up. So let me get this stuff out of the way. This next one, before I get into the actual video games, I've been trying to do more of Facebook Marketplace or like the local garage sale scene, which, man, some of the channels I watch on YouTube, they find some phenomenal deals. It drives me nuts. I don't find those where I live. I live in Northern Illinois. There are none of those kind of deals. Or they're very few and far between. Everyone up here seems to know the video game market. They seem to price it at eBay levels anyway, so why not just get off eBay instead of having to drive somewhere to pick it up? It's difficult to find good ones. Anyways, this is a cool story. On Facebook, the garage sale website for my county, I joined a little while ago. A lady had posted a box of some old video game consoles, and it looked like some accessories, controllers and cords and stuff. Just one big box, and she said $50 for the whole box. $50 in my area is a phenomenal deal for any video game stuff. So especially like a large box. It had already been out for an hour, so I figured there's no way I'm going to get this. Not going to, you know, it's got to be gone by now, right? There was only one comment on the post that said, somebody said, I can give you $25 if you come drop it off at my house. Or so, to that effect. I kind of laughed when I read it. I'm like, please, come on, dude. You can't offer half the asking price when it's already that low and expect someone to come drop it off. But people are wacky. So anyways, that was the only comment. So I messaged her. I said, hey, 50 sounds great to me. I can come pick it up tomorrow or, you know, whatever. So I didn't hear back from her for a day. So I was okay with that. I figured, yeah, it had already been up for an hour. I'm sure somebody had already come to pick it up within that hour. So I actually got a message from her a whole 24 hours later. And just basically it was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I had so much interest, but you were the first one. If you want it, you can get it. And I knew that, because of the price and what was in it, or just what I could see from the box, that it would be popular. So I said, yeah, I'll come right after work today. I'll drive up and get it. So I drove up there, super nice lady. It was, I guess her son's growing up. He's older and moved out, and she was in the process of moving. So she was just cleaning out and found it. I think she knew it was worth a little more, but she just wanted, a little bit of money to get out of there. So she's like, I don't know if any of them work. They're all my son's original consoles. They've just been sitting in a box in the closet. I'm like, oh, I'm sure they probably work if, they're stored inside and everything. She's like, yeah, if they don't work, just let me know. We could work something out. So I grabbed the box for $50. Brought it home. I cleaned everything up. It was all very dirty, just a little gunky, dusty, whatever. Cleaned them all the systems, controllers up really well. Everything worked fine. Worked great. So, show you what I have. That was a long story. But I don't find deals like that very often, so I was super pumped. First is PS2, mini or slim, whatever they call it. I actually don't have one of these. I've never have, so I'm going to keep this one. It worked great. And actually, inside of this one was a bonus. It is disc 4 for Final Fantasy VIII. So, I already own the complete in box, the Final Fantasy VIII. So, and this is only disc 4. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But it was a bonus that came in here. So, I got that. Then, there was a PS1 with a memory card. It was dirty, but I cleaned it up. I tested it. It works great. So, super happy about that. I already have still have my original PS1, the same version. So I'll probably at some point use this to trade with somebody or sell it. But included in a $50 bundle, it was great. Then the last system was this PS3. Once again, I did my best to kind of clean it up. It works perfectly. It is not the backwards compatible model, which I want one of those so bad. I haven't been able to find one yet for, obviously reasonable price. But this one works perfect. I already have 2 other models of PlayStation 3, so I don't know what I'll do with this. If, I have the opportunity one day to trade it for something else, I'll probably just do that, just hold on to it for trades. And inside of this one actually was Black Ops 2, so another bonus disc. Once again, I have that game in the box, so this one will just be something to use for trades or something down the line. And then, let me move some of this stuff out of the way if I can find space. This was the box of controllers that came with. Now, nothing super crazy in here. I think the best one is this reeler, fish and reel controller for the Sega Dreamcast. If I remember correctly, the prices I saw on eBay, most of them were around $30 just for one of these. I don't know if any of them sell for that much, but that alone means basically half the price I pay for all this is covered just with this one controller. It is very nice. It's very heavy duty. It's well made. It was super dirty, but I cleaned it up really well. As you can tell, it's in good shape now. It was just dirty, but you put in the elbow grease and it's clean. I also got a couple of the PS2, the DualShock 2s. Here's just one of the old school PS1. Here's another old school PS1 that actually they still have in this bag. Look at this. At one point, it sold for $2.99. So that's awesome. I don't even know if I want to take it out of the bag because I don't necessarily need it. But then it's got a bunch of, just the connecting cords, power cables for all 3 of the systems. Didn't come with any HDMI cables, but I have extra of those. I'm not worried about that. Anyways, for $50 for these 3 systems and all these controllers, I thought that was a great deal. That's easily my best find on Marketplace, that type of stuff. I love watching those garage sale guys or the ones that go to Goodwill and they find phenomenal deals. I don't do that. It makes me jealous, but I still watch the channels. I still like them. So yeah, that was a great deal. Great finds there. Now I can finally get into the video games to show you guys. I'll go through all my all the other system stuff, and then I'll get into my PS2 stuff. If this is your first time watching the channel, I am actively collecting PS2. Long-term goals, lofty goals is a full and complete PlayStation 2 set. Cases, manuals, all that. I don't think I'll ever get it, just because there's some games that are just dumb prices, but I want to get like a big set. Anyways, before we get to that, the first one I picked up, this actually came from Limited Run. It's amazing that they still send games. It takes me forever to get them. But this one looked cool. This looks like a game that I'll play like in a, melancholy day, like just a totally chill day. But it's called the Red Lantern. It just looked really good. I want to try this out sometime. And then it did come with its card. This one's kind of dull because it's like the back of the character like facing the fire, and well, I don't know. It's not the best one, but it's okay. This is one I think I ordered off of Amazon because it was dirt cheap, or so, I think somewhere. But this looks like it's got a cool steampunk aesthetic called Cloudpunk. So I'm looking forward to doing that someday, checking that out. And then I did pick up the Cowabunga collection. I haven't opened it yet because the day I bought it, I told my kids, like, hey, let's play Ninja Turtles night. And every day they're too busy for me. They've got Fortnite and Apex Legends, and yeah, someday I'll guilt them into playing with me. But yeah, picked that up. I was excited to get those. That's it for the Switch, just a couple games. Then the only other Nintendo system I got is the Wii. These are all just Goodwill finds or Salvation Army. I don't buy Wii games off of like eBay or anything like that very often. But these are all like dirt cheap games, ranging from like $1.99 to $3.99. So good prices. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2009. I don't know about those. I know some of the Cabela games are actually worth money. I think like, some of them go for like $8 to $10. So I don't know if that one's one or not. This is Kids Sports Basketball. I don't know if it's any good or not. But I should say these are all complete in box. I only pick them up even from Goodwill and stuff if they have the the original box and the manual inside, because so many times you find just the game. I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess later on trying to find the manual or something, unless it was like like a Zelda game or something like that. Obviously I would pick it up then, but just these like kind of like average mediocre titles, I'm only picking them up if they're complete. This one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I didn't even know was a game, but I used to love this stop animation as a kid. This is $1.99. And I think I looked this one up because I'd never heard of it. I think this is like a $10 game too. So that was pretty cool. Here's the Cars Race-A-Rama. I'm assuming just a racing game if you've never played it. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09. This is probably just like a garbage title, but it was cheap. Here's Disney's Sing It Pop Hits. And then Monkey Mischief Party Time. I don't know if this is any good or not. Once again, like my kids are getting older now, so I keep telling myself like they're gonna want to play games with me, and they never do. But I picked up some, whatever titles. They're okay. So I don't collect. I keep saying I don't collect for Xbox, but at this point I'm gonna just start saying I do, because you find phenomenal deals on games everywhere. I just feel like they're not as valued. And now that I own an Xbox Series X, I guess it's okay that I buy Xbox games. Even though I still haven't opened the Xbox because I don't want to get distracted from the games I'm trying to beat right now. So this one I got from a store called Five Below. If you don't have a Five Below by you, what it is everything is $5 and below, supposedly, hence the name of the store. I think they get a lot of overstock on games that just didn't sell, and they're trying to get rid of some of the extra copies. This is World of Warships Legends Firepower Deluxe Edition. So I don't know if this is like a live combat or if it's more like strategy combat. I have no idea, but it was $5 there. So these next three I got from GameStop today with the Amiibo. I got these three and one other PlayStation game. This was the deal that they have now where it's 4 games for $20, so $5 a piece. I feel like that's a pretty good deal, especially for when they keep putting new ones in there. There's some pretty good stock. So I got Prey. I got Locke's Quest. This one looks kind of cool. And then this one, I never played Fallout games. This Fallout 76, but I heard bad things about it. I heard, all these problems. I don't even know if I'll play it, but for $5 to add it to the collection, I figured, why not? Then the rest of these are Xbox 360 games. They're all from either Goodwill, Salvation Army. They're all like $1.99 to $2.99 games. But Halo 4. This is, once again, same with like Wii or any other systems. Games I find from those type of stores, I only buy them if they're complete in box, just so later on I don't have to worry about trying to you know, hunt down missing pieces. But this is Halo 4. It's got like both discs. So I don't know. Pick that up. I just found this today, Mass Effect, the first one, which was great because a couple weeks ago I had picked up Mass Effect 2. So now I got the first two on 360. I think that's pretty cool. Here's Assassin's Creed Revelations. I've got Motorsport Adrenaline, which is cool because I actually got the Connect a month or two ago. So if I ever get around to hooking that up and trying it out, then we can do that. And then the last one I got, this is actually sealed. I believe I got this from Salvation Army for, you know, their games are usually even a little bit cheaper than Goodwill. So they're like $1.99 usually, but it's Titanfall, and it's a full new sealed copy. So that was pretty cool to find that for, you know, a dirt cheap price. I don't even know if I'll open it ever, but whatever, it's cool to have. Well, losing games. So yeah, that's it for all the Xbox stuff. I did pick up 2 Sega Genesis games. Now my goal is every month to pick up 1 Sega Genesis game complete in box, just to start building out that collection. One I found, this was dirt cheap, is Brutal Paws of Fury. I don't know why this one was so cheap. Nobody bid on it on eBay, but I think I picked it up for like $15 with 13 to $15 with shipping. So that was a pretty good deal. I'm happy to add that one. The box is in really nice shape, so that's cool. And then this one was a little more expensive, but this is one of the ones that, as I am watching the game market right now, I feel like a lot of games that are in certain categories, minus like JRPGs or RPGs, a lot of them are starting to go on a downtrend, which is encouraging for me. I'm sure that won't last long. Probably has to do with the economy. I don't know, but a lot of games are starting to dip. This one I got for like $40 to $45, somewhere in that range with shipping. You know, still kind of expensive for a Sega Genesis game, but compared to where the prices were at, like, you know, a year ago to 6 months ago for this game, much cheaper. It is a complete in box copy of Sonic 3. So it's really cool. All I need now is, I need a Sonic & Knuckles complete in box. And I think there's one more Sonic game for the Genesis, and then I've got the Sonic collection, which I'm pumped about. That's Sonic, you know, Sonic is, you know, favorite-ish character of mine. So trying to pick those up. Okay, here are PlayStation 3, 4 games. Once again, see if I can remember where I got all these from. This was Sports Champions. Now, I found this at Goodwill. I brought it home. It was dirt cheap. It was like a $2.99 game. I already have this one on PS3. I didn't know that, so this is going to go in my box of duplicates that I use to trade in, you know, along with the systems, whatever, just to, you know, if I can get $1 out of it when I trade something in, fine, whatever. Here is Bulletstorm Limited Edition. It's complete. It actually has like a couple of the original inserts and the instruction manual, so that's cool. Here's Mod Nation Racers. I don't know anything about it. I think it's probably just like a more chibi racing game. I'm sure it's not as good as like Mario Kart series, but when you find games like that that are a couple bucks, you get lucky once in a while at the GameStops or at the Goodwills. Here's Crisis 2. This is the 4th one I picked up at GameStop today for the 4 for $20. It's Need for Speed Payback. I didn't have that one. I like to do a racing game every once in a while. And then the last one, this is I got from the Five Below store as well. It's DCL the game. All I know is this has something to do with drone racing or drone flying, virtual drone. I don't know. It's sealed copy. I will never probably ever open this. I don't see why I would. I don't have plans on playing it, but it was one of the games they had at the Five Below, so I picked it up. Okay, so guys, that's it for everything except for my PS2 weird obsession I have now. If you don't want to care about PS2 games, I appreciate you watching up to this point. If you do want to watch it, here we go. This is my PS2 stuff. Let's get into this. Okay. So, yeah, I've got them divided into piles because I kind of want to talk about them in groups, the reason I got them. This first stack I got right here was one sale on eBay. They're all complete in box. I only buy PS2 games complete in box. I shouldn't say that. I try to only buy them complete in box. So to find, what is this, 6, 9, there's like 12, 13 games here. With shipping, I got this for $17. I don't know why no one else bid on it. I don't remember if it was like a time of day thing or what. But these are all games that I don't have. So, man, it was like the best deal for a PS2. Because I'm trying to figure out long-term how much this is going to cost to do this collection. And it's stupid money that I'm going to end up spending on it in the long term. But whatever. So this is a World Championship Poker, the Howard Lederer All-In. I have a different Howard Lederer poker game on PS2. So these games are so dumb. But yeah, I don't have this one. So there you go. Here's a Cars racing game for PS2, not the Wii. Now this one is the greatest hits, which I'm trying to avoid those. I want them all like the, you know, not greatest hits versions with the red banners. But to find a, you know, stack this cheap with the manuals, they're fine for now. Someday if I, you know, complete it and then I start replacing them with the regular, whatever. I don't know. For now, they're okay. Here's Pac-Man World 2. Marvel Superhero Squad. Here's Transformers the game. I have never played this, but God, I hope it's better than the movies. I don't think, it's probably not. It's probably trash, but yeah, I don't know. Here's Flat Out. And it has, this one actually has writing. Someone wrote on it. And I think this is the one, yeah, they wrote Rich on the disc too. So Rich, thanks for your copy. Tell your parents not to write with permanent marker on video games though. So yeah, one that I'm glad to have complete, but if I find one that's not tagged, I would probably change it out. Here's AMF Extreme Bowling. Here's another World Series of Poker, because who doesn't want to play multiple poker games on PS2? This is Tournament of Champions 2007. Yeah. Wow, that's a huge hit right there. Kung Fu Panda, that was a great movie. Don't know about the game. Here's Frogger Ancient Shadow. I don't even know, this is, there's no way, it looks like it has classic Frogger, but it looks like it's like a, I don't know, isometric platformer, looks like, I don't know. Monster Jam Urban Assault. This one feels light, does it have it? Yeah, it's got the manual and an extra little insert. Just a short manual, I'm sure there's not as much to the game. Here's another greatest hits, but it's good for now. This is Star Wars Episode 3. And then the last one in this collection, or this bundle, was Prince of Persia Warrior Within. Now, I think this is one, I could be wrong, I'll have to check. I think this is a game I actually already have, but I have the greatest hits version. So I will replace it with this, which would be great. I'm pretty sure that's the situation on it. All right, then I finally am starting to find a couple stores within my general area that are actually resale shops for video games. I had a hard time finding them for a couple years, but one of them popped up on Facebook. It's not too far. It's only like 35 minutes from my house. So I made a trip down there with the boys a couple weekends ago, and it was awesome. You know, it's a big store, and a huge part of it was devoted towards, they had like a lot of models for Warhammer, and a lot of tables set up. There was card games going on, and I think they had like big tables set up for Warhammer. It was pretty early in the day when we went, so there's only a couple of people actually playing card games, but they had at least half the store set up for that. But on 1/3 of it, it was all retro video game stuff. Now, the prices were a little high on a lot of it, especially like the consoles or some of the, you know, more obscure titles. He had, the guy that owned it had Behind Glass, and the prices were pretty steep. I think he's even got a couple of them marked a little bit over eBay prices, which we'll see how that works out for him. I talked to him for a while. He was a nice guy, so I wish him all well. The store was crazy busy. I brought a box in of, you know, duplicate games I had, or ones that didn't have manuals. I was hoping to get like $20 trade-in value, and he gave me $35. So he did do good on trade-in. It's called Everything Games. It's in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. If you're in that area, check it out. It was a very cool store. Anyways, I did end up just like kind of rooting through. He had a wall of retro video games, ton of PS2 stuff. I limited myself on how much I spent, because I was already up to like $100 right here. And I'm like, okay, that's enough for one trip. It's not that far away. I can come back here, you know, some other time. But I got some cool games there that I was excited about. Once again, all complete in box. I made sure that they were, you know, complete. This is Spy Hunter. Here's Star Wars Starfighter. Now, this game does have a little dent in the plastic, but the paper insert on the inside is perfectly fine. So I'll probably end up changing out the case at some point, but even honestly, even little dents like this, they don't really bother me, but it's nice to just have as nice of a case as possible. Here's Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. My Street. I didn't know much about that game, but it was, some of them were like $6. That's why I picked a couple of them up. These last two, though, were ones that I have been looking for, definitely wanted to add. This is Onimusha 3, with the one with Jean Reno right on the cover. So I have the first two, and this one goes for a little bit more on eBay. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the prices right now, but I've been watching them, trying to look for this for around the price that the first two were at, which are very reasonably priced still, even on eBay. Well, he had it listed like $10, $20 under eBay price on this one. He had a couple of copies of it, so I just snagged it there because I figured it was a good deal. But way better than anything I found online. And then the last one, this is a cool game. Indigo Prophecy. Now, I'm not a huge horror fan, but there's some games that I played back in the day that are just more nostalgic to me. And this was one of them. I was super excited to find that. It was a little more expensive, but once again, the reason I picked all these up is because he had them listed cheaper than eBay prices. So to be able to get this in person, where I could inspect it and get it cheaper than eBay, yeah, I was all about that. I was super excited. Okay. Then the next couple piles. This one, I have a buddy that does YouTube. Check out his channel. It's Emperor Fox. We're in a Discord server with some other YouTubers, just like, you know, guys that, and a gal that, you know, it's just fun to talk about video games. They're actually a huge inspiration for me to just keep doing YouTube, just to have fun with it instead of worry about how many views you get and all that stuff. And it makes you feel less isolated having, you know, people you can talk to and enjoy the hobby with. But he reached out to me on Discord and was like, hey, I have these 4 games, because he watches my collection videos, knows I'm collecting PS2. He's like, do you want, and asked if I wanted them. Well, I didn't have any of the 4. So he's like, oh yeah, just I'll send them right out to you. So he didn't ask for anything. Fox, thank you so much. I do actually have a box I've been meaning to send to him for a long time. There is a specific reason I haven't sent it yet, and one day that will be made clear. I don't want to say it on camera. I want it to be a surprise for him. But Fox, thank you so much. I will get that box to you someday, I promise. Anyways, the games he sent me are Jeremy McGrath Super Cross World, NHL 2005, which is crazy because I've got a bunch of sports games. You find them dirt cheap, but this year is one I didn't have. I think I have 3, 4, and 6, so, or something like that. So this was right in the middle. I'm like, perfect, I need it. Then here's Tiger Woods 08. Once again, I've got a couple other Tiger Woods. I didn't have 08, so that was awesome. And then FIFA 07. Now, I'm not a FIFA fan. I'm not a soccer fan. My son plays soccer right now, and going to those games is not my favorite thing. But thank you so much for those games. Even the FIFA, I need it for the collection. I appreciate it so much, buddy. And then I have said in this video several times that I can remember, and I know I've said in the past, I really do try to buy games complete in box, because hunting down different pieces of it is something I just don't have time for, and it's frustrating. But anyways, these are 4 games that I have bought. I think they, like, you know, part of, you know, small bundles or whatever, and they just didn't come with, some games don't come with manuals when you buy them that way, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I've had these sitting in a box of games I wanted to keep, but weren't complete. So I don't want to put them on my PS2 collection shelf because they're not complete, and that's cheating. But I finally found manuals for some of these online for good prices. Now, by what I mean for good prices is you're still paying, you know, $3, $4 for shipping, but then I don't want to pay more than like $1 or $2 for the manual. So I finally found some. This is Need for Speed Undercover. Had the game, had the disc, finally got the manual. It's in pretty good shape. As you can tell, there's like a little bit of warping. I don't care. I just wanted it to, I got it complete now. I'm super happy. Same with this, Star Wars Battlefront. This one I actually think was the most expensive to complete. With I had the game in the disc. To get the manual shipped, I think I paid like $8 $8.50 for this. So a lot for a manual. I just wanted to complete it. I needed to complete it. So I finally got that. And this manual is in actually really nice shape. So, okay, fine, done. Don't have to think about it anymore. Then there's Medal of Honor European Assault. And then the last one, this game is actually, I think, still a little more valuable. I think this game goes for like, I could be wrong, but like $20, $25. I found the manual for like 99 cents plus shipping. So to have this one complete makes me happy. It's just called Conflict Vietnam. I've never played it. I don't know anything about it. From the screenshots on the back, it looks like good graphics for PS2. I'm sure it's a more serious take on a, war game, but I'm very happy to have them complete now where I don't have to think about them. I think I only have 2 PS2 games that I'm looking for manuals now, which is good. I prefer it to be 0, so that's nice. Then the last stack, no really good story about how, behind these. They're just ones I found, Goodwill's, Salvation Army, or some that I did buy, which you'll see at the end, at the bottom of the stack, that I have bought on eBay that I've devoted funds that I shouldn't have devoted towards spending more on video games this month. But I got a whole stack here, so here we go. NBA Shootout 01. This one I was actually excited about. Hot Shots is probably my favorite sports franchise on any video game, console, company, whatever. I love the Hot Shots games. I just think they're great. And I didn't have this one, so this is Hot Shots 3. Here is another rock band. It's the AC/DC. Here is another soccer game, FIFA 05. Which was the one he got me? He got me 07. So there you go. I got 2 FIFA games. Okay. Here's EA Sports MVP Baseball 04. The naming scheme on these is so... Who's going to remember these? Like, I would never be able to tell you the difference between this and a different baseball series. But, okay. Do I know who that is on there? Oh, it's Pujols. Okay. Well, it's a St. Louis uniform, so... Boo. Okay, here's EA Sports Madden 04. Just trying to fill in all the Maddens, because, never going to go back and play all those. Here's Madden 03, speaking of the devil. Here's NHL 07. I don't know, is it just me, or did hockey games not get fun after, like, the Genesis generation? I don't know. I could be wrong. Here's Pinball Hall of Fame. This isn't, like, the best condition game, but pinball games are actually kind of fun. Not as fun as, like, a real pinball game, but who's going to have a real pinball game at their house? Here's Ruin, Viking Warlord. This one I actually found for a decent price online, which was funny. The day after I won the auction, I think I paid like 20 bucks. I watched a video from Pete Dorr, who was talking about hidden gems on the PS2, and this is like one of the games that he highlighted. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm glad I got won this yesterday. So it is The Adventures of Cookie and Cream. And I believe, who made this? Age Tech. I don't know why that's important. I think they went on to go do something else, or change names. But anyways, yeah, pick that one up. Here's a cool one, Shadow of Destiny. Here's another one to complete another, like, mini-series. But I finally got Sly 3 for a good price. This is one, once again, the third one was, I feel like, more expensive than the first 2, just like the Onimusha. So it's, like, frustrating, because I feel like, oh, no, I already paid $20 for the first 2. I want to pay $20 for the third one. So it's kind of like a, stubbornness thing, but I finally got it. Then a couple of Dragon Ball games. These came in a small bundle of games I picked up, so I wasn't specifically searching for them, but apparently they're pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a huge Dragon Ball person. I have nothing against it. I've watched episodes. I never know what's going on. The animation's cool. The fighting's cool. I don't know. There's too much. It's too much to catch up on. This is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 and Budokai 2. So I did that backwards. Sorry, I should have shown that one first. I apologize. So I did get the first Shadow Hearts a month or 2 ago. Spent too much on that. This one I was surprised to find was much cheaper. That's the direction you want to go. You want to get one of the games in the series that you pay too much for, and then you find out the other games are cheaper. That makes me feel better. So this is Shadow Hearts from the New World. This is the 3rd game in the series, so now I got to hunt down the 2nd game. I'm sure I'll end up showing that off in a month or 2 because I won't be able to not think about having all of them. Hopefully I can resist for a while. I need to slow down on buying stuff. Here's Disgaea Hour of Darkness. This is a good, this is a pretty clean copy. Every time I see copies of Disgaea games, they're always like ratty. Like, I don't know why people don't take care of the Disgaea games, but this one's like super clean. There's like a super small little fold in the plastic, outer plastic at the top, but other than that, really nice copy. Okay, last two games, these are cool. This one was a fun one back in the day. I used to be a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and this one's obviously, you know, it has like some differences to it, but Deception, that was really neat. So, excited to add that. Now, the last game, I should not have spent this much money on a video game, but it was super bothering me that I didn't have it. It's to finish a game series that I really wanted, and it was just bothering me that I didn't have it, and I probably really shouldn't spend the money on it, but it's too late now. I did. Someone had one listed, and it's a game like this, a lot of people know what they have. So they don't put, an offer. It's just a straight up bid. And the bids get insane. It'll be $100 under value until the last 5 minutes of the auction. All of a sudden, it just starts skyrocketing. This one had an offer up, or just offer on eBay. So I offered, I don't even remember how much I spent. I think I blacked it out so that I don't feel as bad about it. It was a super expensive game, but for what it currently goes for, I got it at least $50 cheaper than the next cheapest one I saw on eBay. So I was happy about that. It also completes a series of JRPGs that I really wanted to finish up. This is Dot Hat Quarantine, the final chapter. Now this one is complete. It's got the manual. It's got the DVD. So yeah, it makes me feel really good to have it. The reason I bought it is so that I can put it on the shelf with the other ones, because the spines of these form a little picture. So I just really needed to finish that to feel better about having these games up there. And also, too, one day, this is a series that I would like to go back and play. I haven't played them since, I don't even know how old I was. A teenager at some point. I don't even know if I finished them all. This is a series of games I played, at a friend's house with a group of people. We just, nerds back in high school playing video games. So, yeah, very happy to finish this up, put it with the other ones, complete that little collection. Anyways, guys, this is a super long video. I had a lot of pickups this month. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know any feedback you have. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you would like to, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to do the best content I have. Always open to criticism, good criticism. If I suck and you hate me, that's fine. That's not really going to help me, though. Anyways, guys, that's it for this month. Thanks so much for checking it out. I'll talk to you guys later.